Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. So yeah, I have a question. I have a really good question. So the question is it selfish to put yourself as top priority? Nope. I would say heck no to that. So, as I said in my video before, 2020 is the work, hustle, do everything I need to do to be successful, while 2021 is going to be the new adventure. What adventure? I don't know, but it's going to be an adventure here. So, for me, and this is still a work in progress, this is the year of me, because this is the year that I'm working hard at my new job. This is the year that I'm going to get all that training I need for my new job. This is the year where we're going to get ourselves out of debt. This is the hustle year. This is the year to schedule more things until I'm so used to it that I don't need anybody to schedule anything in. So, for me, if we don't take time for ourselves, we end up burning out. Our families end up unhappy, and we don't really know where to go to fix it. And so here are some of my tips to help you prioritize and help yourself have your self-care, your love time, your time for just you, and kind of refill your juices and everything. So the first thing is, maybe you live alone, and this happens if you live in an area where you don't have any friends, or you don't have any family, or you just don't trust anybody yet. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get rid of that glare. And so ask your partner when is a good time where he can take the kids, or she, and you can go have like an hour or two to yourself. Guys, this is healthy. This is extremely healthy. If you are the primary parent that has the kids, and has the kids a lot, this is a great time to switch over. It's healthy for the kids. They are probably going to get away with a little bit more, or do some crazy stuff like have ice cream before dinner, but this is a good time for them too, and it's completely healthy, and it's great for their other parent. Come on. It might feel a little weird at first, but scheduling that time in is great, guys. It's great. Okay, number 2, ask a friend or a sibling for help. So when we lived in San Antonio, I started to develop friends, and actually one of our friends moved to San Antonio, but I started to develop friends along the way. And so at first we really didn't have anyone, so doing a date night was during the week, or it just didn't happen. And so one thing that did happen though is when we had something that we really did schedule and we really wanted to do it. It was calling in aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff and saying, hey, do you want to come? And giving them fair notice. So like for me, it was like, I need a month's notice. And so, if my sister called and said, hey, we're coming into town day, are you free that day? Do you mind the kids staying with you? They're still in the same town, but they went and did their thing and I had the kids. Perfect. The kids loved it, I loved it. And it's good for the kids. They need that aunt and uncle time, and most aunt and uncles absolutely love this time. They just don't maybe not know when they're needed, or when a good time is. And so you calling them up and being like, hey, you want to come get your niece and nephew and go hang out? They're gonna love that. Check out events in your area. That is a huge thing, especially if you have no idea what to do for yourself or a date night. Sometimes just looking in your area, that can also help you kind of get an idea. So let's say that a favorite band of yours is coming into town. You want to go, you have the kids, and maybe you go by yourself, maybe you go with your spouse, but it also kind of give you an idea, like, oh, it doesn't start till 7. Oh, and you call and you get a friend or a family member or somebody to watch the kids. Maybe you go out to dinner before, so you can kind of run that base off of that, like, oh, we could go to dinner and then go to the show. Like, yeah, this would be great. And it kind of gives you an idea. Check out like Mother's Day out, check out parents' night out. Check out local daycares, local schools. There may even be a teenager in your neighborhood that is eager to watch kids, loves kids, and is willing to watch your kids for a little bit of pocket money. And I would encourage you, sometimes your self-love, your self-care time is more important than the dishes. And so I'm going to tell you, you have permission by me. If anybody asks, I gave you permission. Let the dishes sit there for a day. Put them in the dishwasher. You know what? Let them sit there. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about pulling them out of the dishwasher and putting them up. Sometimes your self-love, self-care is more important. And so let's say you're doing great and getting all the chores done and you scheduled. Here's another tip. You scheduled your self-love, self-care into the day, and then all of a sudden you have these dishes and it'll just take 10 minutes. You know what? Leave it. Walk in there. If you're doing it in your own bathroom, if you're doing it in your room, if you leave and go to an appointment, whatever, it's time to leave. So I would say schedule it and stick to it. Don't, unless, yes, granted, there are times where, your kid's going to get sick or something, but try not to allow anything to change your time. Batch cook. This is one of my favorite things to do. For me, dinner can be so daunting. I'm like, I just don't want to go in there and cook. So for me, I like to batch cook. What is batch cooking? Yeah, good. I'm glad you asked. Okay, so you can do this 2 different ways. One, you just take one thing. So let's say you do, let's do ground meat. Let's say you have ground meat. You have 5 pounds of ground meat, and you've decided that this is the meat you're going to use for the week. You can make Salisbury steak. You can make tacos. You can make burritos or nachos. And then you can take some of it to do some kind of a spaghetti thing. You got like 4 or 5 things that you can make. So batch cooking. So for me, taking one main ingredient and making a whole lot of food with it. Or taking 2 main ingredients and a whole lot of food. So let's say I have 2. I'm going to batch cook 2 things, and it's going to take care of 6 days. So I'm going to batch cook some chicken, and I'm going to batch cook some meat, ground meat. I can make Salisbury steak. I can make tacos. And I'm going to make spaghetti. And then with the chicken, I'm going to make chicken Alfredo. I'm going to make chicken tacos and chicken wraps. Bam. I'm taking the main ingredient and I'm just taking a few accessories to create that great meal. Also helps because maybe like the menu, like, you're going to make tacos and then something else, and it helps you use the ingredients, all of the ingredients. So let's say you get like a can of crushed tomatoes and you get some lettuce and you get some, and you have a habit of not like it going bad before you're done. Bam. It's not going to go bad. You're going to schedule them back to back or really close to each other, so where you're actually using all the ingredients and you're saving more money and working less. You're like, come on, multitasking to the top. With that, you can also freeze the meals and they'll last even longer. Let's say you got more meals out of it than you thought you were. I love that. I love to batch cook. I need to do more of it. I think the holidays for me make it hard. So new year, new batch cooking. And the last tip I have is get your kids to help out more. It's really never too young to get your kids to start helping you cook and clean and things like that. Well, maybe cooking at 1 would be dangerous. But anyway, you get my point. That it is good for you to go out there. It is good for you to get the kids busy. Like, yes, granted, it's not going to be the perfect way you would want to do it, but it's good for them because they're practicing and they're learning new skills. And when they're little, that's when they want to help you. So get them dirty, get them in there, and get them having fun with you guys. And you know what? It may not be perfect, but you know what? They're proud of themselves. And you're cool because you let them help you cook or set the table. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great January, and I'll see you soon.